Well, we're here at the Chabane Golf Day, and obviously you were out there playing on the golf pitch. What did today mean to you? What did that sort of symbolize for you?
Quite an interesting story. We happened to ask Collins, because Collins was good at almost everything that he does. If it was music, he would go to the extreme. If it was politics, he goes to the extreme. Whatever he would do. So we happened to introduce him to golf. And it came as if we were just playing. And he became one of the best golfers. And he began to use golf as a mobilizing tool for people to engage. But not only that, for people to begin to contribute and plow back to society. And to us, almost every year, we used to make sure that this calendar day is booked so that we are able to continue to plow back to the community.
To you ladies, what is that legacy that you believe in?
I was in this game a long time ago when it started, and most of the time on Sundays we went to the 19th hole after having enjoyed pap and Mrowa with Ntate Chabane and the late Dr. Waringa from Zimbabwe, who was a good friend of him, and we just enjoyed this place every time.
Colin Chabane was not only a cadre, but he was a brother. He was almost everything to a number of people in Limpopo, in terms of issues of economic development, in terms of issues of the organization, the life of the African National Congress.
And why, as a lady, do you take part in golf? What is it so special about the sport?
It's nothing special. It's just the game. You get to enjoy it. I mean, chasing that small ball, getting all the challenges. I mean, it used to be classified as a men's sport, but more ladies are really getting into it, and you really get to enjoy it. When I say it's addictive, it's so true, because if you start playing it today, you don't want to stop.
The biggest legacy is from my father's perspective and how he's taught me to cherish my family. So different people will talk for different aspects. There's people who played golf with, they'll tell you about that. There's his colleagues who'll tell you about that. So from my perspective, it's just him being a father is the legacy that he's left. And he's taught me how to love and care for my family, and that's what I'm trying to do even now.
Even us girls can do exactly the same things that they do on the golf course, whether it's in the bunker, whether it's the only preference we get, it's just those 2 holes where we play from the fun, but it's the same as any other sport.
At some point, just to begin the story and to indicate that we never knew at what time does Collins get time to sleep, because he would either be an MEC, in the evening he would be a musician, in the morning he's a political leader, and he was almost a totality of a person. And the continuation of the dream of the movement, that not only united the people of Limpopo, but went across board, even uniting artists from Zimbabwe, making a lot of people to appreciate that we are all one people. And we think that the continuation of a heritage festival in that context promotes what the ideals of what Colin Chabane stood for.
What we used to do is when we had played with Dr. Collins Chabane, the following day, he would wake up 6 o'clock, he's on the course again, and he might play 36 holes. As long as they beat him, they go back. Yeah. So it was very challenging. They would know that if you beat him in the morning, 6 o'clock, you are on the course, because he wants to prove a point before they leave.
I have different spheres of society basically want to pay homage and name things, whether it be the golf day or the heritage day, after him, and that for us is a blessing, and it just makes us proud to know that that's someone whom we considered our father, it's someone who my mother would consider her husband. So yeah, it's something that we're very proud of.
Colin Chabane was a pioneer of the Marula Festival. He was a frequent performer in terms of the Mapunguwe Festival. Everywhere where there will be cultural development and sporting development, Colin Chabane, without fail, he will always be there. Then it's very symbolic, and also it's a continuation of that legacy to show that the people of Limpopo would continue with the legacy of Collins Chabane, uniting the people in terms of culture, in terms of sports, and in terms of general economic development, of which he stood for.
You know, golf is, as much as you play with a team, but it's also quite an individual sport where it's a game where you keep testing yourself, improving yourself, and today you're good, tomorrow you just go AWOL, but it's one of those games where you're always continuously wanting to improve. And I think with the game also, I mean, it's known for one of those that it's called like a love affair, where when you love it too much, it can break your heart, and when you don't love it enough to practice, it also breaks your heart. So it's one of those sports that actually makes you want to keep coming back to the course, and you want to keep improving. Hence you say that the next day after you played badly, you just want to keep playing and playing and playing. So it does get very addictive.
For you ladies out there, you know, did you go through those emotions, and how will you remember this day?
It's just the person that he was. You know, even if he didn't know you personally, he always made us feel like he knew each one of us. And I think over the years, because we've come back, you know, every time he acknowledges everybody, I mean, even after the games, I mean, you should see, I mean, the dance floor would light up every time, because he would make sure that we all enjoy, have fun and everything else. So yeah, it is, you know, very somber to actually think that now we're here again and it's not going to be the same. It's never going to be the same again.
I felt good. It's always a bit overwhelming to see the support that people still show even now. So that I suppose is the emotional part, is the fact that we had it last year in his honor, and I remember we're thinking, you know, around that time perhaps sentiments will prevail because it was a month after his passing, but a year later and he still seems to rally some support. So yeah, enjoy the turnout as well.
The best memory and the most obvious one is the honor at the door, and going through that door, you just feel that there is a legendary to be remembered, there is a heritage to be kept, and I wish my friend Mavis could keep it rolling and not get tired of hosting us every year with her kids, just to keep his spirit up, and so that we don't forget the person he was.
For everybody out there, what is the legacy, the specific legacy that you would like them to know about, that you thought Mr. Collins Chabane stood for and that everybody else should look up to?
Mr. Chabane he looked out for people's needs and to make people comfortable. Just when you arrive here, he would come to you, talk to you, even if he doesn't know your name. And I think that is a value that must be instilled in his children and his family to form part of his legacy, because they will make a very wonderful home, and the impact, they will brighten corners where they go. People will always remember him. But if they become something different, it might cloud that legacy that we really cherished, especially as Limpopo people.
And your mom was playing golf today, and you were playing golf, and
Sure.
the question of, you know, who played better,
Sure.
you know, who do you think played better out there?
Of course I did.
Our team, we didn't make it. It was difficult. It was really tough.
But we're all winners, and
Yeah.
I think that's something that we want to take home with us today. And we don't think we know who the real winners are for the competition. We kind of already know, which I think everybody else will find out tonight.
Perfect.